no worries.
All right, here we go. So, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are, whoever you are. I'll get people around the world watching this.
Yeah,
it's weird. At first, this was supposed to be just for like current players and prospective students, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly the alumni, like, coach, you gotta do more, which is cool. Like, but this is all new for me, and you're used to presentations. I walked into a couple, I know you can do. So I'll probably ask you for tips. But anyway, look, this guy, some of you, we know no strangers to this guy. This is Cristian Gualy, a recent alum, just left, well, technically this year, but, last school year.
Yeah.
And he's now in Princeton. Look at, peep that. Show that off.
I'm playing.
And so, he was, I've got written down here, a good football player and a solid academic student. I can invoice you later. And he was also a leader in HC because you were a captain, and so but you also did lots of stuff. So this interview is going to be split into two parts. I'm going to dig as much as I can from this guy. I think he's going to share some interesting insights as to life before Houston Christian, life during Houston Christian, and life after. Yeah. Hopefully, right? We'll see how this goes. I don't know if you noticed that these are unedited, so this is just raw. This is just us. So hope you like it anyway. So I'm going to roll with question 1.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. So this is a soccer-related channel, as you know. So I'm going to go straight into it. You played since you've been a wee little lad.
Oh, yeah.
And you happen to... you're going to announce that you're playing for college right now, because I haven't really shared that on social media. I wanted to. I've been begging you for pictures.
Yeah, and we don't take many photos. My mom's also mad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I join her on that one. But at least you're here, and hopefully this fills in the gap, right?
Yeah.
But you're now at Princeton, but not just for college, for academics, but you also play in soccer, and I'm proud of that, because that's pretty. It's one of our own out there, man. Tell us about the journey from you as knee high to a grasshopper to Princeton.
Oh God. So I mean, I've been playing soccer since I was, as long as I can remember. I think about like 3.
Yeah. Wow.
My dad introduced me to the sport, and he was actually my first coach, and so he sort of introduced the passion of soccer. And so throughout my childhood, I just kept on playing, and then I discovered club soccer.
Yeah. Which club?
So I used to live in Wilton, Connecticut, and so we had this club that was associated with Everton, like the soccer team in England, and so I played for them, and then when we moved here to Houston, I played at a pretty high level for Albion, and so I've played club soccer for.
Were you a captain in Albion?
Yeah, I was.
Is that where it began then?
Yeah, I guess you could say. Yeah, I was a captain for like 5 years, and so.
Hey, important information.
Yeah, I played. You wouldn't looking at me. You wouldn't assume, but I played center back and left back for club. Yeah. So, but yeah, and then now.
That's why I can't stop you slide.
Yeah, you can't. But now I'm playing at Princeton. Not for the D1 team. I'm the starting left back for the club team, and so it's still a pretty high level, and I'm enjoying the time with the players.
All right, cool. I'm gonna roll into. Oh yeah, and tell us a little bit about like I've got to ask you more questions about Houston Christian, but like obviously going from club, playing all 4 years at Houston Christian at varsity, which is pretty cool. Not many guys have done that. I wouldn't say you're a trailblazer, but you've definitely been one of the good eggs that have done that. And then now in the starting 11 for Princeton, that's pretty. Like when you look back at the journey, are you impressed by that?
Yeah, I mean, I always knew that I was good enough technically to attempt to do something like that. I mean, I didn't think I'd make the varsity team, and I was pretty surprised when I did my freshman year. But looking back at it, I mean, my time in club and then my time here developing that relationship, and I really think like the biggest thing you can do to like improve at soccer, of course you need to have the technical aspect, but is really just playing games and gaining that experience, because something you really can't replace when you're playing is like IQ and anticipation of play. And I think just my time here and my time playing club and now at Princeton, it's really improving that side of the game, that sort of intangible aspect that you don't really see when you play.
And something coaches can't give you.
Exactly.
Like, we cannot give you the right kind of experience for each of those levels. You can take and borrow and steal different elements, but that's part of your character building, not something a coach could give. It's only something he inherits.
Exactly. And I think, just playing here and being under your tutelage and just playing like in a variety of different systems and a variety of different positions. Like, I played almost everything, Cal.
Yeah, I know.
And so it's really helped me mature.
Including goalkeeper a couple of times.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. But it's really helped mature me as a player into becoming more versatile and just really improving that IQ aspect of the game.
I'll definitely got to give you credit because you never asked. It's something that you've always looked like you could take on, and you just lapped it up like a duck to water, which is good. I can't take any credit for any of your successes in that regard. But you definitely had quite a journey. There are some current players and maybe prospective players that are going to be watching this today. What advice could you give to those individuals? This is kind of like one of those questions where you kind of like, hey, what would you say to 14-year-old Gualy?
Yeah.
Now you live the life you have in the chapter that you're in now.
Gosh, I think there's a lot. I'd say first of all, like you should like really enjoy the time that you have with the program, because I think I can speak for certainly all the members of my graduating class and for most if not all of the alumni that I've talked to, is that like one thing they keenly miss about their high school experience is playing soccer. Not just playing, of course we all miss playing like on the pitch, but just being around the boys and being in that team environment. It's just so unique to this school and to this program. And so I think that's my main piece of advice. Is like, of course, playing is wonderful, and like being out on the pitch and passing around with the lads. You can't. It's like I can't explain the feeling.
You know what? It's funny. I never anticipated this feedback from alumni, but since I started doing the Instagram and doing all the flashbacks, those are the ones that get the most hits.
Yeah,
and they're the ones where people give me the most offline conversations. Because, for me as a coach, I'm just constantly saying goodbye every year. And it's hard.
Yeah,
you see me in the bank, I get all teary, but not that teary. But it's hard every single year to say goodbye to guys that you invest in 4 years.
Yeah.
It's really hard. But it's something that I relish. And I walk out there and I'm smiling, people thinking, they're worrying about the game and they're worried about the result. And, you guys get like really emotional sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
But... I guess to summarize what you're saying, being present is literally the biggest advice. Is be present.
Yeah. Just
lap it all in. Take lots of pictures, man. Take videos.
Oh yeah, because there's something that you can't once you get past that moment, you can never relive it. So yeah, take photos, take memories, videos, funny pictures. Have a good time, because I still have connections with people I played with as a freshman and they were seniors. There's just something unique about this program where, you all wore the badge together. And that's something that's a commonality you have with everyone. Yeah. And I just look back, like I watch old tape all the time.
Oh, you still do?
Yeah, of our old games. It's like, I don't know, I just wish I could be out there playing.
It's funny looking back now. You're like, man, that's slow. Man, why did we not make that pass?
Yeah, like we should have finished that off.
Yeah, we should have it's hard. But it's definitely different to the experience. The high school soccer experience is definitely different to club.
Yeah,
like in club, everyone's good, everyone's committed, and it's the same sort of level of skill because they put you in terms of skill and ability on the field. But in soccer, you just inherit your friends. You inherit your brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guys may have 2 left feet backwards, but you inherit them and you love them because they're working as hard as you. Yeah, exactly. Just on a different level.
Yeah, it's just.
By the way, there's no one who has 2 left feet backwards. So thank God.
Oh, thank God. But it's like it's a change of pace. But there's good aspects to both of them. I think club is definitely something that's useful for improving your technical ability and like your knowledge of the game, because I mean, it's just the speed of play is just so much faster. But I mean, high school soccer, when you're just, I don't know, it's just something like when you're just, you know, getting out there and playing with your friends on a daily basis with these people that you see every day, these people that you hang out with, and then you're sharing this common experience, and you know, you're going through your ups and your downs, and it's, I don't know, it's just something, it's something remarkable.
So I know I was supposed to give you like 3 questions, and it looks like I gave you like 6, but there's one last thing I'm going to ask you. Yeah. Is there, because we talk about experience a lot today, is there an experience that you look back that just cracks you up? Just think, man, that was a funny day, that was a funny moment. I wish I can go back to that day.
There's so many. I mean, I'll go year by year, I guess, because
there's something every year. There's been something.
I mean, my freshman year, I think the best part of the year. I mean, we didn't make SBC, but was when. That's what another story. I mean, what a team. But it's like when we beat St. John's in like when Zion scored in like the last minute.
Yeah, that was good.
And that was. I mean, we lost the week after, but like that high that we were on from like huge, beating them, and then like that's the first time we beat them in a while. And
I didn't have a fun video of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that was insane. And then my sophomore year, I mean, the trip when we went to Dallas for SBC, that whole trip with David and Alex and all of them.
Man, that was genius. I'll miss those guys too.
Yeah,
I'll have to do another flashback for that one.
Oh yeah. But no, that was a very unique experience. And there, like, some of the memories we made on that trip were just, I mean, we had like Tanner freestyling, and then the whole
yeah.
And then last year, I mean, I remember, I think we took Riki to Buc-ee's.
Oh yeah.
For the first time.
That was his first time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When we drove like an hour to go play a team on like the pitch with like no lights. It was like dark on like the corners.
Might as well have had iPhones. Like
exactly. It was awful. And then I mean,
we're playing them again, but they're coming here this time.
Oh
so.
Yeah, good.
Don't mention their names because they could watch this.
And then, I mean, I had those good memories for my first 3 years, but my senior year was like, I don't know, everything was just like elevated. It was like every game.
Yeah.
I mean, we played it like it was our last.
It's a shame we didn't go to playoffs because of COVID.
Yeah, I mean, the LSA tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could, like when it's gonna sound like a flex, when I scored the goal in the third place game.
That was a good goal.
Like that was probably the hypest I've ever been. Yeah. Or like when we, during SBC, when we traveled to Austin and we beat them on their home turf.
Yeah.
And we came in the bus right after. It was just, we were just singing.
All the chants and stuff. Yeah, that was good. Well, I tell you what, look, we're gonna roll into part 2. But for you guys watching this today, part 2 is gonna be a little bit like this. So we're going to have Gualy again. We're going to talk about the other side of Houston Christian was the academic side, but how he mixed that with soccer, because obviously this is a soccer-focused channel. So because we talked about the season, it'd probably be a great idea to just remind you that if you hit the link below, if you're watching this on Instagram, hit the link in the bio and, you know, check out schedule. I do AV here, if you don't know who I am and what I do. And so I will actually be streaming some games, but it's by request. So I'm going to try and figure out a way to have it offline.
Yeah, I'm going to do all of them.
And screen out all our competitions. I don't know. But I want the alumni really, really close to what we're doing here at Houston Christian. So that's the end of this one. Cheers, check you tomorrow for part 2.